Bro, I'm sitting there telling my therapist, I'm telling these people, like, yo, I don't be feeling appreciated, right? No matter what I do, as a man, as a father, majority of us don't feel appreciated. I was even talking to my brother about it. He was telling me how he didn't feel appreciated before I even sit there and told him about this stuff. Why do we sit there and gotta sit there and feel like that? Not even why we gotta feel like. And yo, check me out. Like, subscribe, whatever you want to feel. Just let me know the way you feel, because we gotta get in this together, community of men, understand why we all feel this way. Because if we ain't preaching it, then nobody else gonna hear us. So like this, won't get. I can sit there and break my back, go to work, go to school, go sit there and lift the world on my shoulders, go to sign up in the army. I can do all these different things, right? I can do all these different things, and I'm sitting there teaching the kids at the same time, trying to raise those kids, trying to make those kids a better person, taking in other people's kids. And bro, you'll really ever just hear someone say like, man, that man, he's just different. He's just doing a good job. Appreciative, considerate. Everything that we should sit there and do is to make this person feel better. Why is it always the other side of the ramp? Why is it until the man ain't there, the man ain't living no more, and you sit there and understand what it is to sit there and make them, what it was to sit there and have that person in their life? It's confusing to me. It's confusing to me. And when you got them personality types where you sit there and you feel down all the time, you feel mad, or you feel like you ain't getting enough, or you feel like you ain't surviving, or you feel like you ain't succeeding, or you feel like that the ladies you messing with ain't sitting there respect you in a certain way and ain't sitting there going for what you kind of go for. When you feel like the ladies in public sit there only going for these goofballs, or you feel like ladies in public only sitting there looking for the ones on Instagram, and you don't be on Instagram because you ain't got time for that. You ain't got time to be on Snapchat, but the other ones do. Why can't you sit there and level the playing field is why we sit there and run all the time? Is it not? Wouldn't you feel like that? What do we do when we feel like that? How can we stop feeling like that? Why do we feel like that? I mean, what have we been through in the past that makes us feel like that we need so much validation, right? What do we need to sit there and do? Because when it's these ladies, they need validation. They don't need validation as much as us. They need the validation that's in the looks. And they get their validation because they already got it. Once you sit there and go into that body, once you sit there and go into that body, it don't even matter. So us as men, what can we sit there and start to do to feel like the way that they feel good about ourselves to the point that we don't need everything, where we don't need to sit there and do everything to feel some kind of validation. I mean, seriously, what is it? I mean, where are we at with that? How are we going to get further if we don't sit there and understand what that even means? I seen it all yesterday when I was sitting there answering questions, like, right? Just sitting there dealing with the questions on there yesterday about marriage, regrets, and stuff like that. We all go through these regrets, right? Through marriage and just life. How do we sit there and get the response that we need as men? If we don't sit there and ever get any just pattern or batter just response at all, what are you supposed to do? I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me, but let's get into some questions here. Hope you guys have a good day. Sorry for the rant, but it's just crazy sometimes. And again, like, subscribe if you're still here. Check me out here. I'm going to sit there and get into some main questions. And the first question of the day, my man asks is, my girlfriend is replying to other guys' DMs. How do I deal with it? And it's exactly what I was just sitting there saying, buddy. There's nothing against you, bro. It's just attention. A lot of them need that validation for attention, right? It's some ladies who don't even sit there and have to deal with that. I won't even lie to you. Some guys don't have to deal with that. I remember dating a girl, and I asked her, like, I asked this girl one time, like, hey, do you get a lot of messages in your stuff like that? And it was always, she said no on her Facebook message and stuff like that. So it depends on who you're sitting accepting in your friends, and also depending on who she's accepting in her friends. And if you look through her friends that she's getting these messages from, so you shouldn't even, matter of fact, don't look through her messages. It's just a waste of time, but that's just going to sit there and hurt you mentally. You don't need to do that. Just look through her friends, see who her friends is, and everything. Her friends are going to tell you everything that you're going to sit there and do. Is it not? It's going to tell you everything you need to know. It's going to tell you what kind of guy she's looking at. It's going to tell you what kind of guy shooting and texting her. It's going to tell you everything you need to know without you even sitting there looking through no messages and breaking your heart. That's just the truth, bro. So let's get into this question, though, all right? That's just what I feel about it when I sit there and give you my opinion. I'm not trying to give you my advice. But let's go further in depth into it because there's different people who sit there and have different comments on this. The moderator's always working, sitting here, got some different things pinned up here. So I'm going to sit there and just go into more in depth into this man's story. And again, man, just like and subscribe, so we can sit there and start talking about more issues. And if y'all be having issues like this, sit there and send that shit over. It's just not too much to ask. My girlfriend is replying to other guys' DM. How do I deal with it? I've been dating this girl for 1 month. She seems to be a good girl. But the only thing that bothered me is that, bro, buddy, you're already complaining after 1 month. She's still dating for real. You said you've been dating this girl for 1 month, and y'all dating thing is terminology is different. When I'm dating somebody, we're together. Dating just means that you guys are going out. Like, I've sat there and building girls to sit there and just consistently still go on dates while I'm still fucking her. Like, and will sit there and tell me she just got back from a date. Well, I'm sitting there and throw a pity party. I don't give a fuck. I can give a shit less. But if we're together, then I would care. We're not together. We're just sitting there, we're just fucking. So are y'all together or y'all just fucking? Or y'all just going out on dates? Then that's nothing. If that's the case, then it's nothing for y'all to be upset about. Until you consummate it and make it serious, then that's when it's time to be upset. So she seems to be a good girl, but the only thing that bothered me is that she has many male friends. She calls each male friend, even though they don't know each other well. I told her that it bothers me and I don't want her to go out with them. Jeez. You're already fucking up, brother. You're fucking up already, brother. Well, that's fine. You've already sat there and explained how you feel. You're not really fucking up. But you're making yourself seem a little insecure already. Even if she has those friends, but, and this is just me keeping it real, she either gonna sit there and fuck around with them or she's not. It just depends on what you standing on. If you sitting there having that, if you tote your weight to the point where you letting her know, like, yo, that shit's dead, like, that's fine. But then you also have to sit there and be to the point where, like, you are more magnificent than most of these fellas that she's sitting there talking to. I'm not even talking about when it comes to wealth. I'm talking about to your ambition, your personalities, your strengths, shit like that. That means that you need to be up at your utmost best to the point where she understands, like, yeah, I'm definitely not fucking around with him, dude. I'm not talking to him because this dude I got right here is different. And that's all I need. It's just the truth. Anyway, I told her that it bothered me. I don't want her to go out with them. She accepted it, but yesterday I accidentally saw her Instagram DMs, and there was a few guys on there. One of them sent her a message and asked her who the guy was. Oh, she told me. Oh, I asked her who the guy was. She told me it was her acquaintance. Thing is, he's been texting her all the time, flirting with her, and she's been always replying to his message, even though she didn't text him first. Yeah, she's just keeping her options open, brother. She doesn't know that this is gonna work with you. This is just a month. It's not even that serious yet, brother. I remember sitting there dating a girl. While I'm sitting there, I'm dating her. We fucking around. We fucking everything. I'm dating her, kicking her, everything. And yeah, I remember I'm sitting there with her, and to this day I still fools with her. And she got kids by another man, everything. And I'll still be messing around with her and printing on her. That's just what kind of shit you got to be on. You can't stress that shit. So look. So the first thing I do is I can let her know, like, bruh, what's going on with us? You can understand what's going on with us. Are we sitting there messing around, or are you trying to sit there and fuck with me? Plain and simple. She would already know, and the fact is that she already knows because she's there with you. He's texting her, but she's there with you, right? And this was the immature shit that I even did though. I asked her straight up, even though it just didn't even matter. I asked her, and the whole point of me asking her and putting it out there on the table because now we understand. Now we're setting our terms already, right? And the terms have already been set where I'm not dealing with that. Either you can go ahead and go and fools with him, or you can sit there and roll with me. Her choice was easy. It's me. So I get it. You did that, and you said she accepted it, so it's you. But then you said she's still texting different men, right? And when I asked her to show their conversation, she got very pissed and accused me of being jealous, controlling. She also added that she was delirious. Also, geez. When I asked her and saw the conversation, she got very pissed and accused me of being jealous, controlling. She also added that she felt very she got geez, you see, it's too small to read together. So I'm sorry, you guys. When I asked her to show her conversation, she got very pissed and being jealous. Said I was being accused me of being jealous and controlling. She also added that she always felt very pissed when we were talking about her male friends. I asked her not to talk to the guy anymore and delete the conversation, but she refused. Oh, jeez. So she already made her choice right there, brother. She already made her choice right there, brother. She already made her choice right there, brother. And this is one of those girls that you just gotta sit there and just be like, bro, you just gotta let it go. This is gonna be something that's gonna be ongoing. And I can promise you, most people who I've sit there before I even read the moderators, what he says, most people are gonna sit there and say, it's time for you to leave her alone. Anyway, she refused, saying that it could be one of her potential listed of her songs. She's a singer. To be honest, sounds like bullshit to me. I just saw that she's very active on Instagram and posting any pictures of her photo shoots. Do you find it okay? The girls constantly respond to guys and flirting with her while she's been in a relationship, and also noticed that she's lied about. Also, one thing I've noticed that she lied to me about how many sexual partners she's had. She's told me she has 6. She's 21. Then her sister told me she has 8. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, uh, here we go. Mr. Strange article says straight up, like, if this is where you are after a month, there's absolutely no point in keeping trying to stretch going on. And you're gonna be that guy who's sitting there so lonely that you're gonna keep trying to keep this shit on. And this is already letting you know, like, shit is heading for fucking disaster, brother. This is a promiscuous lady. Why would you waste your time with this? This wouldn't even make any sense to sit there and let this go on for another week. You already sat there and just threw all your cards on the table and she says she's cool. She already says she's cool on you throwing your entire cards on the table. You threw your entire cards on the table by telling her, yo, delete that shit, stop talking to him. And you know what the shorty said? She said no. She said no. She said no. She already let you know where you stood, bud. She already let you know where you stood, brother. She's worried about listen, bro. She said this is a potential listener of her music. That's probably shitty, because most men don't even listen to girls' music. No offense, ladies, either, but most men don't. Most men don't. And the thing is, bro, he's a potential listener. You fucking, you kicking her with her, you doing all this shit. You probably taking her out to dinner, doing all this kind of shit. But he a potential listener. He's a potential listener. So you ain't shit. You a listener. He a potential listener. Come on, man. You tripping, bro. She's already made her decision, buddy. She's already made her decision, my brother. Active Hair says, get out of this now, mate, before she's suddenly knocked up and claiming that it's yours. Yeah, you don't need to be dealing with this. This isn't even a hard one, buddy. This isn't even a hard one, buddy. This isn't even a hard one, buddy. Yeah, bro. You gotta get out of this right now. You'll be wasting your time any further. I mean, if she's already let you know what it is, then why would you sit there and go farther into like a month with this? Another month. Another year. Another year. It just doesn't make any sense. You don't have to sit there and have to deal with that bullshit. Just plenty of them who sit there and who sit there. As soon as you said that, will be like, bro, I'm good. I won't do it again. I understand the way that you feel. I'm sorry I made you feel that way, because it's just out of respect. And she's 21. She's still trying to fuck, bro. Come on. You tripping, my boy. Let that shit go. Go to another question. My man says, as maybe a lady, says, which beauty standard of today's world do you most hate and disagree with? I fucking hate. When you say beauty standards, what do you mean beauty standards? Because my thing is the fake eyelashes shit. I fucking hate that shit. I hate that shit. I hate the butt lifts. I don't like the fucking lips, the injections all into the face. I just think you look weird. I think you look goofy. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. My man even says it, like, you look, you have an allergic reaction. One says, it's the buttical fat removal. The fat that keeps the face youthful with age. It's a poor long-term move. I don't know what the fuck that is. Sunken cheeks? Yeah, that's always looks weird. Yeah, I don't know why y'all be doing that shit. It's just shit going on here that's just making y'all make the ladies just look ugly and weird. I don't know who sat there and I wonder. It's not the most brilliant thing. It's because we all do that, right? We all do that thing as creatures where it's just like, this person's having success, right? This person is having success. I have to do what they're doing because then I'll have the same success. And then it becomes a trend. Is it not the truth? It's the same thing with YouTube, right? It's the same thing I'm doing right now. It's just because podcasts and things like this is a way for us to sit there and talk to other people. You become successful. You become monetized off this crap. You become all this stuff. And the thing is the hopes is that the hope, and not even the hopes, is that we know that it's possible because it's worked for others. It's actually quite brilliant and quite funny. The more you think of it, the more you think of it. I'm gonna get into one question and out of here before I get out of here. 1 second here. What common expectation that women have from men do you think is no longer appropriate? I don't know. I mean, everybody says chivalry is dead. I don't think it is. I don't think there's any expectations that are should be dead and not appropriate. I mean, as men, we should sit there and be doing all this stuff, and there should be no issues. Um, Here's another one. I'm gonna get out of here, gentlemen. What What would cause you to agree to date a woman that you're not attracted to? Isn't it money for everybody? But also depends on money. It just also depends on how you feel. Depends on where you are in life. Let's say if you were on leave for, like, let's say if you're in the army, you haven't seen a girl in a while, right? And you're not that attracted to her. Would you go on a date that you haven't sat there and been in one around one? Let's say if you're in the Navy, you've been on a boat for at sea for about a month and a half, and the whole point is that you haven't seen a different lady. But when you get back to sit there and get to land, let you meet a lady who wants to go out, you know you're gonna go out with her. You don't give a fuck. You really don't give a shit, man. I don't know why you would give a shit. Yeah. Um, we're about to get out of here, guys. I mean, that's pretty much what it is today. I'm not going to get into too much more. I'm trying to keep these episodes a little bit shorter so that you guys can actually get into them. But I hope that you guys have a great day. Hope you get to enjoy yourselves out there. Hey, and do something nice for yourself. You deserve it.